Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here, back with another Top 3 Tuesday response video to Michael B. the Game Genie. And this one is your top 3 desert island games, or deserted island games, if you want to call it that. I gotta start by saying this was the toughest Top 3 Tuesday I've done so far. I spent hours, literally hours, thinking about this, about which games I wanted to choose. Had it narrowed down to like 15 at one point, and just had them all in front of me while my wife came downstairs, had to laugh at me. I was just sitting there staring at the games, trying to figure out what games I wanted to choose. I would have it narrowed down to 3, and then I'd backtrack and go something else. You know, I had 2 Marios in at one point. Like, do I really want 2 Marios? I then realized I didn't have any Zeldas. Well, should I have a Zelda in there? So it was pretty difficult. I also had to think about different styles of games. I didn't want them all to be the same type. So it took a while, but I finally figured out the top 3. But this is something, if you ask me tomorrow, I'll probably give a different top 3. This is just a very good question and very difficult to narrow down your top 3. Had to give myself a couple rules. First one, you're on a desert island. It's kind of surprising that I've got electricity to play these games. But, you know, we'll give it that. You can play them, but you're not going to have internet. So it wasn't going to be anything that I had to do with online. So newer games are out. I didn't want anything that was heavily multiplayer, because I'm figuring I'm going to be on this island by myself. So the Super Smash Brothers, the Mario Karts, GoldenEye, the games that, while they're fun on your own, it's even more fun with people. And then my third rule was it couldn't be anything that came out very recently. Just because, yeah, I may love it right now, but who knows how it's going to, you know, in 15 years, am I still going to love playing that game like I do these games? So Zelda Breath of the Wild's out, Resident Evil 7's out. 2 games that came out this year that I absolutely love, but couldn't put them in this video. Alright, so with that being said, here's my top 3 desert island games. First one, God of War 2 for the PS2. So if you watch my channel, I talk about how beat 'em ups, hack and slashes, they're my favorite type of game. I love them. And so when I was thinking about this list, Streets of Rage 2 was high on my list. It's my favorite beat 'em up of all time, but it's a little bit shorter. And I'm going to be on this island possibly for a while. So I want a game that's going to last a little bit longer. So God of War, it's that hack and slash game, but it has so many extras also. You got the Challenge of the Titans. You got all the different modes, easy, normal, hard. You got Titan mode. Once you beat it, you got your bonus plays. You can use the urns that you find, or the different costumes like the God of War. Who doesn't want to fight as a fish? That's pretty awesome. You get the Hydra armor, the God of War armor, all that. So a lot of great stuff, extras. But then the gameplay itself, it's just, I feel like it's one of the perfect games out there. Music is fantastic. I mean, it's going 110% all the time, but it knows at the right moments to soften a little bit and go a little bit slower. Fills you with intensity as you're going through this game. All the different moves, you got different combos you can use. Press the buttons in a different order. It does a different combination with your weapons. You got different weapons like the spear. You get the barbarian hammer. What else? You can upgrade your weapons so they can do more. And then you get your magic power, where, you know, you've got your Kronos' Rage, which can really get your combo meter up. You've got your Typhon's Bane to shoot arrows. It's just so many great things. And just the fighting control is perfect. You got your right stick, which can just roll away if you're in danger. And like if you're fighting different enemies, there's so many different ways to kill them. You can press circle sometimes, and like at the Minotaurs, you can jump on them and shove your blades down their throat, kill them. You can rip enemies apart. You can throw enemies at each other. You can use their own weapon against them. You know, the Cerberus fight, you're ripping his head off. It's just so gory and so brutal. It's so fantastic. I can't get enough of this game. It's one of those games I go back to time and time again. I love the whole series. Well, the main 3. I haven't played the other ones. But God of War 2, I thought, got everything perfect. God of War 3 is fantastic. I just don't think it was as good as God of War 2. I like how when you're climbing, you can jump instead of just having to climb the whole time. You can slide down the walls quicker. Even when you're on the walls, you can press circle and you can bang somebody against the ceiling or the wall and then throw them down. Taking harpies out of the air, stepping on them, ripping their wings off. It's just unbelievable. I mean, the game mixes it up. You got the flying sections where you can boost into the birds. You can rip their wings off. It's just so much fun. And then the Battle of Zeus, of course, is fantastic. I just feel like it's one of those games that's long enough they'll take you, it's going to give you some time to play if you're stuck on this island, especially with all the different modes. And you're probably going to get pretty frustrated when you're stuck on this island. So what more than playing a hack and slash game where you're playing as a vengeful Kratos trying to get back at Zeus. Pretty awesome. So there's my number 3 game on this list. Number 2 might get some crap for this one, because I don't think a lot of people like this game, or like this game compared to the others in the series, but I love it. Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Hands down, my favorite Zelda game of all time. And so maybe to understand that, you got to get to know the timeline of Zelda in my life. So I was born in '88. And the first Legend of Zelda, the only thing I remember playing of it is I went to my buddy's house when I was either kindergarten or first grade. I'm not sure. So I was very young. And they had it, and I remember just playing around with it a little bit, but not very long. I remember the cool gold cart. I loved that. But I didn't really play it much. And I didn't play it again until I decided in high school to buy it complete in box because I had unearthed our NES and I was playing some games and I just wanted to play Zelda for some reason. But I never played A Link to the Past. I never played Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. Never played Zelda 2. I didn't even know that was a thing until later in life. And then Ocarina of Time came out, was it middle school, I think? I can't quite remember. My neighbor next door, he had it. Played a little bit, but I never got out of Kokiri Forest. I feel like I'd always stop at the Great Deku Tree and then never go any further. So it wasn't until college that I went back and started playing that game again. I decided to buy it and went through it and beat the whole thing, and loved it. And so I think after that, I played Majora's Mask, downloaded on the Virtual Console, downloaded Link to the Past on the Virtual Console for the Wii. But then finally my friend of mine let me borrow Twilight Princess for the Wii. And I absolutely loved it. Because I was a big fan of Ocarina of Time, and I just feel like Twilight Princess is a better version of that game. It's big. There's so much to do. The side quests. You've got the collecting the bugs. You got heart pieces, and now they're broken into 5 instead of 4, so there's more of those to go find. The graphics are beautiful. I feel like when you're riding on Epona, like you actually feel like you're on a horse. Like she's much larger than Link. It's got great atmosphere. It's darker than Ocarina of Time. I think it controls better. I feel like the boss battles are more fun and intense. And one of the best parts is you actually get to have a duel with Ganondorf. It's not like in Ocarina of Time where you need to knock the balls of light back at him, and then once it hits him, jump over to him and slash at him. No, you're actually having a duel with him with your swords. And so awesome. You got the Howling Stones that will allow you to get the different techniques. The final blow. You got the shield attack. My favorite is the backslash. That's it. So much fun to use, and pretty helpful against Ganondorf. And speaking of the Howling Stones, you can turn into a wolf, which I thought is fantastic. I always enjoyed that aspect. It's something different compared to some of the other Zelda games. And you can move faster as the wolf. I like your senses. You can find stuff to dig. It's fun to attack. Those shadow birds. It's fun to attack the shadow beasts where you jump on them and you just keep pressing that A button to bite at them. And you're riding Epona, and then you can run right over to the bokoblins. So much fun. Just boom, you're running full speed and knock them out. You got your mini boss King Bulbin that you have to fight a few times, which is fun. I don't know. I just felt like it's a fantastic game. It controls well. The music is fantastic. It's a very good story. It's wonderful. Now, don't get me wrong. There's other great Zelda games, but that one has to be on the top of my list. And if I'm going to be on Desert Island, I've got to have a Zelda game. So that's number 2. Last one, number 1. Not my top game of all time, but definitely top 3. Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. So this game is the first game that I actually have memory of playing. So like I said, I was born in '88. This came out in 1990, so I was only 2. So I doubt I played then. But I'm sure as I got 4 or 5 and started playing video games, that's the first one I remember playing and just being blown away by the music and the graphics and the controls. It was like the perfect game at the time. And I just loved it. You know, you got your different suits, like the Tanuki suit. You can get the fire flower, you can get the leaf and have the tail and fly around. The secrets, finding extra lives, flying up in that first fortress, getting the warp whistle, which is funny because I never used the warp whistles. I'm such a completionist type player that I always want to beat games 100%. So whenever I play this game, I sit there for a couple hours and I play every single level, no warps. I do all the mushroom houses, everything. And there's just so many good aspects to this game. Personally, I think it's one of the best Mario games of all time. And there's some great ones. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 I love for the Wii. What else? Super Mario World for the SNES. Because, you know, when the SNES came out, I was getting a little bit later in elementary school. So I understood video games more, and so that was a big game that I played right away. But it always came back to Super Mario Bros. 3. So much fun, spent so much time with it. It's just one of those games that I never get sick of. And so there you have it. Those are my top 3 Desert Island games that I want to be stuck playing with for however long I'm there. So we got God of War 2 on the PS2. We got Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii. And Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. Again, if you ask me this tomorrow, I'll probably pick 3 different games. Or at least 2, maybe just one of them. But this was an excellent question, so thank you, Michael B. And if you guys want to make a video, go ahead, share it with me, share it with Michael B. This is just a fun thing to do, see what type of games people want to bring to the desert island and play. So I hope you liked the video. Should have some more coming up soon, with May starting on Monday. I got my pickups for April coming up. Video Games Monthly will be coming in the next week or 2 weeks. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. Probably try to do another Let's Play at some point. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hit that like button. Comment what you think about these games. Subscribe. And until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.